Hello everyone, today is Saturday, January 4th, 2025, and I want to talk to you all about what tomorrow is going to be about. If you've been living under a rock and are first waking up and paying attention to what's going on here in New York City, tomorrow the congestion pricing tolling program goes into effect. And there are a lot of questions that need to be answered here. So I'm going to go into the pricing on how this will work and just a couple of personal opinions on how I think the subways are not going to be able to handle the amount of extra people that are going to be going into it. So, first things first, let's talk about the price. And recently in the past 2 months, I spoke to the MTA board about not fully going through with it. I know there was, kind of think of it with the matter of months, was about population loss, health concerns with asthma, and obviously, right, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the inconvenience of it, the whole inconvenience of it, but to drive into Manhattan during certain times, so Monday through Friday, that would be from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, so being tomorrow, the first tolls going below 60th Street will start tomorrow, Sunday, January 5th, at 9 a.m. Alright? So, those are the things you need to know about. In the off-peak, to encourage overnight deliveries in the congestion relief zone, the MTA will lower the toll to $2.50. Now, it is important to note that it's a last-minute reminder. You might want to call EasyPass or go online and make sure you have enough balance on your EasyPass because you are going to need it. Now, this is an important thing to note, and my cousins were asking this specific question, and thankfully the MTA got back to me the same day. If you leave your car parked overnight on a side street in the congestion relief zone, so you leave it 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever, the good news is you will not be charged per day. So you pay the $9 for an example. Don't move your car. Only thing you have to be careful about is the alternate side parking rules. But yes, that is the main thing here. Now, in terms of everything else that will occur, I really think tomorrow is not going to be an ideal situation of how congestion will be relieved in the Central Business Tolling District, which is below 60th Street, all the way down to South Ferry in Manhattan. I will go into the reason why I think we're going to wait to see the effects of it until April. Now, okay, everybody likes to talk about the Met Gala, and oh boy, the Met Gala. Ah! First of all, the Met Gala is just for a bunch of rich snobs who like to show off dresses and, float around their money around Central Park. Who really cares? So, okay, maybe you don't notice it at first. How bad will traffic be from January, February, March? I don't think we'll really notice it at first. I really don't. Nothing's going on in Manhattan. Oh boy, but wait until April. And I'm going to go into the reason why I think April will be busy, unless I might be wrong here. Maybe I have to look this up very carefully. I want to see if Westminster is occurring. So let me find out. Looks like the Westminster Dog Show is going to be occurring, but is it happening at the Garden? See, if it's happening at the Garden, then you might notice the traffic picking up. So I'm just looking to see where it is. I'm just going to do it on the fly here in this video, because thankfully I have another way to do it. So it looks like the Jacob Javits Center is going to be holding it. So I really think if we go into February here with the Met Gala maybe, and then we look at the Westminster Dog Show happening on the west side, yeah, I mean, these are people that are going to have to pay the congestion relief tolling program. How are you going to bring a dog onto the subway or the Long Island Railroad or Metro North? That's not happening. That's how these people have to go. They have to go into parking garages. And you know why I know this for a fact? Because 2020, when I went to the exhibitor show for Westminster Week, we know for a fact that it goes at Westminster, and then it looks like here we go, February 11th, right? So it'll be at Javits, then it will be held at the Garden. So we may notice the traffic picking up in February. So we're looking anywhere between February 8th through February 11th. And right around that time frame is when, oh, how convenient, the Met Gala is taking place. So January, again, you're not going to notice the traffic getting worse or getting better. But when we get to February with the dog show, and then you have what's going to happen with the Met Gala, you might notice it. So March, Snooze Fest, nothing's going on here in March except the St. Patrick's Day Parade. That doesn't affect traffic, okay? So forget about March. But now we have to fast forward to April. April? What's going to happen in April? Oh, a lot's happening in April. Where do I even begin? First up, the obvious. The New York Auto Show, taking place in April at the Javits Center. So you know how many people normally drive into Manhattan for that? You might see the traffic pick up a little bit. And maybe some people pay the $9 to drive below 60th Street. But then this is where things get more interesting. And many of you know I go to this event every single year at Herald Square. The flower show at Macy's. Is that going to make traffic increase around 6th Avenue and West 34th Street? Nobody thinks about that. And then, you know, what's going to happen when Cardinal Dolan has Easter Mass at St. Patrick's? Nobody thinks about that. That's in the congestion pricing relief zone, the cathedral. You know how many people drive into Manhattan for that one? Oh, and then this is where it might even get better. When the Knicks start their playoff run at Madison Square Garden. Oh, boy, let me tell you, it's going to be interesting how many people face the realities of congestion pricing, I think, in February and then going into April. Because I completely forgot that we had Westminster. Westminster is a big economic driver to the city besides the Metropolitan Gala. So that's the way I look at it. And we'll see how traffic gets better or if it gets worse in Manhattan. And then we'll see what occurs in the summer. Because you know when we have Bryant Park Piano, traffic is going to only increase, right? it's only going to increase. Then when the weather gets warmer, people are going to want to lay it out in the lawn at Bryant Park. Oh, not to mention, don't forget, you have Broadway performances at Bryant Park every summer. So wait until that happens and then the traffic gets worse. Or gets, I don't even know. And then let's see how the subways will handle this. Will they handle it good? Will they handle it bad? Will the amount of extra people make a difference? Nobody really thinks about that. And then the express buses. I don't even want to think about how it's going to happen with the interborough express buses. You think the operator availability issues are bad now? Oh. Wait until the amount of people try to get on the interborough express buses to Staten Island, the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn. Imagine if those trips go missing on a daily basis. What's going to happen then? And for Staten Island, if you take the ferry, oh my goodness, I don't even want to imagine how overpacked the ferry's going to get. I don't even want to imagine how overpacked the local buses are going to get in Staten Island, let alone the Staten Island Railway. So, yes, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of questions. Can Donald Trump stop it when he comes into office, when it goes into effect? We don't know right now. We'll only have to wait and see. But that's pretty much it. That's just a quick video about how I feel about congestion pricing. Starting, this video will be up at 9 a.m. on Saturday, January 4th, and it will be purposely titled 24 Hours Until Congestion Pricing Starts. So that's why I'm titling it, making it, vague, because then I will get your attention. So that's it.